Backyard Bands.
It's that good shit. It's that good shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, check. Welcome. This is the Backyard Bands Comedy Podcast. So I usually have sound effects, but I'll put it in post. I can't reach for it. I can't reach for it right there. But yeah, man, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's your humble and gracious. I go by the name Mr. Dre. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching on YouTube, appreciate you. You can tell I'm not in my regular location. I'm in a dope space with some amazing people. So shout out to you if you're checking us on YouTube. If you're listening to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you're listening from, we appreciate you. Just keep doing what you do best, which is show us love, support, like, comment, share, all that fun stuff. Yeah, appreciate you. I'm not gonna waste any too much time on all that. Familiarities and stuff like that. I'm gonna get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm joined by not one, not two, but three special neighbors, ladies and gentlemen. It never happens. It hasn't happened before like this. This is the first time it's happening. I'm joined by three special people, and we have a neighbor that is joining us from far, far away in the land of the USA. Ibou, as my Ibou people will call it in the Americas. So I'm gonna start with my gentleman to my left. That's one thing I never get, my right and my left. So I always gotta wave. So I'm gonna start with the gentleman to my right. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got a special brother and a neighbor in the building. He's a fellow podcaster, one of the OGs who's been showing us the way. He started this before I did, and he's a creative in his own right, a filmmaker, a fellow master of ceremony, aka MC. My brother who dares to host African events in places that no black man will go to. The other day he was in was he Welland? Wellingtons.
Middle of nowhere.
I didn't even know black people were there. But ladies and gentlemen, join us on the podcast, my brother, Mr. Ibou, aka Mr. Activated of the podcast.
Yes, sir. It's about time, I've been telling Dre, man, I got to get on there for a long time, and I've been seeing all your other guests, but it's all love. I pulled up today. You didn't tell me I was going to be on, so I didn't put on my good clothes. So you almost set me up, I would have came out here in my pajamas and looked crazy.
I can't be the only one having good clothes, you know what I'm saying? It's the backyard vibes, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm starting with my other brother to my left. Joining us is someone that makes me jealous every time I see him bust a move on the dance floor. When I'm at an event and I see this guy pull up, I know that I am not leaving with any of the ladies, that's for sure. He's a mover and a shuku shaker in the dance culture of Toronto. He's been in commercials, music videos, theater, film, and is the sole ambassador of Plantain movement. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined by the one called Percy Plantain.
Bro, that was not, you did research, innit? I like that.
I appreciate you, man.
I like that.
Thank you for joining this. Thank you for
having me, man.
It was a pleasure. I wanted to do this for a while, so I'm glad we can make this all full circle. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the last but not the least, today's first lady is a special guest, a woman of many hats, a dancer, choreographer, an entertainer, a business entrepreneur, Ryan Nation, a veneer teeth advocate.
Wow.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, just a multi-hyphenate in many forms. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined by now a super mom. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined by the one. Please, can we put our hands together for the one called Sayrah Chips?
You wrong for that veneer one. Oh, you trying to do me dirty.
Wow.
But the pretty whites are whiting.
Yes.
I'm so happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for it. Just, again, you're coming straight from the airport. I appreciate you. You could just say, hey, Dre, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I got to go home. So I thank you for pulling up. This is what I want to do. I want to kick off with a quick icebreaker. So I'm going to say, I was going to have like numbers and stuff. So I'm going to say pick 1, 2, 4. So you're going to, when you say a number, I'm going to tell you that person's name, and you're going to tell me why you think they have that nickname.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Mr. Ibou, let's start with you. Pick a number.
Okay. Do I have to say it?
Yeah, just a number, yeah.
Do I keep it to myself?
No, just tell me. Only 4 people here.
3.
3. So tell me why you think Plantain Percy is his nickname.
Why?
Yeah.
I think that, as far as I know, from back in the days, if I remember correctly, is because he loved plantain. Was that a thing?
That's correct.
That's literally like
really,
literally, yeah.
It's for the love it's for the love of it.
That's how it started in the beginning.
Really?
Because I'm addicted to plantain. Yeah,
That's crazy.
But also like going on with like what I do in the entertainment business.
Right.
Because I'm a sweet one as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you're plantain. You like soft plantain then?
Right, yeah.
I love the hard plantain.
Yes. Has to be.
I don't do soft ones.
You like the hard one? You like the hard ones? Yeah.
I can't do that one still.
Right.
Unless it's plantain chips. It doesn't need to be hard. It doesn't need to be hard.
Yeah?
No.
That's crazy. Sayrah, you go. So there's pick 4. So there's only 3 people left here.
2.
2, Mr. Dre. Why do you think my nickname is Mr. Dre?
Huh. Actually.
No, just give a guess. It doesn't have to
A
be
guess.
that right answer.
You sound smooth like Dr. Dre. I don't know.
I haven't heard that one before. I haven't heard that one. I would take that one. I would take that one. No, but I think it's just, the answer's not that far off. Like, there's a Dr. Dre. Everybody kept calling me Dr. Dre. I was like, I can't be Dr. Dre. Like that's too much expectation
Hey,
to
I
live
was
up to.
close.
So yeah, you're kind of close. So I went with Mr. There's a whole joke I have about it, but I just went with Mr. Dre because I feel like it's a much more appropriate thing. I don't like the MC Dre thing. I don't like that. Like, I don't know. I think you grow. I think I personally outgrow that. no diss to the MC guys out there that have MC something, but like I don't know. I just didn't like the idea of being like MC Dre. Like it didn't stick with me. So Mr. Dre stuck with me. So I'm left with the last person, I believe. Oh no, you haven't gone. So you've got 2 numbers, 1 and
4.
And 4.
And 4.
I pick 4.
4. Sayrah Chips.
Because she likes hard plantain.
I would have guessed the same thing.
That's hilarious.
That's just my guess. That's what, tell us
It's
the
not
reason.
even. So, you know, in Nigeria, fries are actually called chips.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to go to this one place like every week to eat,
Quick club.
to basically eat chicken and chips,
Right.
chicken and fries. So randomly, when Instagram just happened, someone helped me open the app, and the person used to call me Sayrah Chips.
Wow.
Because I used to eat that every week,
Right.
literally, and it kind of like just stuck. Because the day I actually thought that, oh, maybe I should change this name, and then way too many people knew me with it, and I was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. But I like it.
I don't know. I thought it had to do with like chips, like money, like Sayrah money. Like, I don't know.
I wish, but
But can I ask why it's spelled SAY?
That's funny too. So I had a teacher that would say, literally break my name into 2 and say Ra, and then call me Ra. Literally.
That's tough.
And then I thought that was so cool. And I was just like, okay, because at first my name was actually just regular Sayrah Chips. So then I changed the Sayrah to Sayrah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Shout out to that teacher.
Shout out to the teacher.
That's crazy.
So now I kind of go by Ra as well. So
Ra.
it's pretty cool.
Right.
Ah.
Do you know this song? I don't remember this song. Sayrah.
Oh my gosh, I hate that song.
Whatever will be.
That
will
song
be.
has haunted me as a child. I hate it. Please.
So I'm left with Mr. Activated. Because I think that's the only, like, Mr. Ibou's not your nickname. Mr. Activated.
Yeah.
I think you got the name Mr. Activated because I felt like back in like high school, you hit on a girl.
I know where you're going with this.
And she said yes. So like you give out some, like, he was really sweet with the girl, and all the girls, so like you know when like you bet with your guys, I can't get this girl. And it's like, I bet. And he gets the girls like, yeah, you activated.
Active. He gets active.
You know, it's crazy. Every time you hear somebody's nickname, you thinking like it's some elaborate plan, and you find out it's like what?
Nothing.
So back in the days, I used to do this thing on Snap where I used to go. I used to call myself Turn Up Shawty Activated. From Thursday to Sunday, I was taking people through what a weekend will look like for me, like parties, events, just turned up. So when I was looking for a name for my podcast, I realized that like the Turn Up Shawty thing, I will outgrow that because I was like in the moment thing. So now I was like, oh, I'm gonna go Activated. So when I launched my podcast, nobody even knew my name because they always look at me like that's the quiet guy. This guy never talked. So everybody used to call me Mr. Activated. So I remember the first time I hosted Afrofest, I didn't even have a stage name. You know, I'm on stage. They're like, follow me, DC Wizboy 89. I was like, yo, what am I doing? But that weekend, everybody was calling me Mr. Activator. So I was like, okay, that's the name.
That's cool.
That's the name I'm gonna go with. You know what I mean?
That's
it's
cool.
by chance.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you have Activated, Mr. Activated. You got Plantain Percy. I don't know. For some reason, I would just go like your Percy Jackson. I don't know why.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah,
I mean, that
it
works
depends.
too.
Yeah, it depends on the generation as well.
Yeah.
Our generation knows Percy Jackson.
Yeah,
and then the older generation call me Percy Sledge.
Sledge?
Yeah, Percy Sledge.
Lord,
you don't know that guy?
Who's that?
When a man loves a woman.
Oh,
y'all
the ones where
y'all not activated.
You know the ones where you know the song and you don't know who the person is.
I
mean, my name is Percy, so that's, I guess.
Yeah.
You gotta know everything that has to do with that.
I know.
So let's start, man. So Sayrah, so walk me through this, man. Like, you started dancing from like as a kid.
Yeah.
And so everything I'm reading out here is from online. Right, so it could be facts or it could not be facts.
That's online.
I'm excited for this.
But is it true that you were you danced on the cafe?
Yes, I definitely worked with cafe.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
As a kid or
as a teenager?
As a teenager.
Yeah.
Right. I think so. Walk me through like how did dancing start for you?
Okay, so I had sisters who basically used to dance, and I kind of loved that. And my dad also was a big dance lover. So we owned schools, like secondary schools, primary schools in Nigeria, and
you got money.
My
see where the chips come from?
I don't know about that. I think we were comfortable. Okay. We were like middle class.
Okay,
we're okay.
Okay.
But yeah, so my dad was someone that lit up every time they would have like the cultural dance like segment in like the school parties and stuff. So it was something that my dad actually he loved to watch dance. And I was a big daddy's girl. I was his last child of old age. All the shit he showed everybody else did not show me. So basically that was something for me. Like I wanted to do something to make my dad smile. So I got into dance because of that. Every time I would watch like Awilo on the TV and copy the moves and watch Aaliyah videos and Missy Elliott videos and all of that, and basically just copy what my sisters are doing and all of that. And that's kind of how I got into dance. And when I was like really small, I think I was like 4, and you're supposed to be doing like nursery rhymes and stuff. Apparently I would cry and be like, I don't want to be here. I want to be upstairs doing the cultural dance with the adults. Yeah. And at some point they were like, okay, fine. And then they just put me in there. So there's like pictures of this me with like no titties, and like my little wrapper is falling off because there's nothing to hold it. And I'm dancing with these big aunties. Right. And that's kind of like how I got into dancing, and it just grew from there.
So I'm gonna get to you in a bit, Percy, but because your story is very interesting, because you also, did the what's it called? You enrolled into a performing arts school, Society for the Performing Arts of Nigeria. Yeah. So how is it like? But where we're from in Africa, I think it's like you're going to school for school. Like there's nothing like doing this hustle. But you went to school for it in Nigeria, first of all. So how is it like just being that kind of person and having your parents support you?
Honestly, definitely it's a blessing, because like you said, where we come from is weird. Yeah. That's not normal. So definitely a blessing. One thing that I'm very grateful for is that my parents, especially my mom, because my dad did pass, my mom is someone that kind of just like sees what you're like. If you have a passion for something, she'll push you towards that. Dope. Instead of trying to make you force you to do something else. Clearly, once in a while, like aunties and everybody will
chime in,
and then she wants to change her mind small, and I'll be like,
too late.
I'm like, ma'am, you know your daughter. That's all that extra book things is stuff for me. And she's like, okay, cool. Yeah. But so she's always been supportive of the fact, and she sees that that's what I'm into. Clearly, when you're growing up, they'll tell you, if you know your book the way you know all these music lyrics and all these dance moves, wouldn't it be better? But like, you can't change a kid at the end of the day. So getting a a little older, there was this show called Multina Dance Hall. And literally the year before my dad passed, we watched the first season. And like, my dad was like, why didn't we go for it? Like, why didn't you guys say anything? We could have auditioned, because there was a vast of us who knew how to dance in the house. And we're just like, oh, we didn't think you would be interested. And he was like, no, like, if they do it next year, let's try. Unfortunately, my dad died the next year, like 2 months before the audition. And then when the auditions came out, my mom was like, I mean, he said he wanted to do it, so like maybe we should try. And then we tried, and then we got into, my family went into Multina Dance Hall. I
remember watching that.
I might
have seen you on TV.
Bro, I was so tiny. I was a baby. I was 12. Yeah, so we did that, and that's kind of where I found out that you can study dance.
Oh, okay.
Because before that, I was just doing whatever was on TV and like doing cultural dance and stuff. But yeah, that is basically where I found out that you can study dance, and there were other styles of dance, Latin and ballroom, hip hop. Even to me, hip hop was just whatever I was seeing on TV. I didn't realize that hip hop had so many like other parts, and like popping is different, locking is different, and all this. I'm gonna go into a whole rabbit hole. Let me stop. But basically, that like blew my mind, because I was like, oh my god, there's so much I could learn, and I got so excited about it. So basically, that's also how I learned about SPAN, Society for the Performing Arts of Nigeria, because most of the instructors from the school came as instructors in the competition.
Right.
So basically, after that, my elder sister went into SPAN, and already I was telling my mom, I'm in like, well, GS, whatever, and I'm like, I'm going there.
That's where you're going.
That's where I'm going. After school, that's where I'm going. Even during school, like on a random weekend, my sister would take me and my other sister and take us to the island for the whole weekend, and my mom would be pissed. We would be in like salsa clubs with old people, and we're there. I'm learning salsa, and I'm like not supposed to be here. Clearly, they're not giving me drinks or anything, but clearly not supposed to be there either. But I was learning, so I loved it. But yeah, so that's kind of how I went into that. After secondary school, immediately I went into that. But then I did that for 2 years, and then my mom was like, okay,
what's next?
University. You're not going to keep doing all of this. You have to go to school.
Right.
Then she was like, I'm not telling you not to dance. I'm not telling you. And at that time, I was already in the industry as well.
Right.
So she was seeing that I was making money. I was working. I was cool. But she was like, I still need you to go to school. And then I was like, can I go to school for dance?
Which you did.
She was like, I don't care. As long as you could give me a bachelor's degree. If it's dance, I don't care. And then I went and did like a whole research, PowerPoint, everything, and came and gave her all the PowerPoints of how I want to come to school in Chicago. And I found the school, and I literally, every question she had, I had an answer for it.
What?
And she was like,
say less.
Fine, you can go. So then I applied for college in Chicago, Columbia College, Chicago. Applied for the dance program, and I got in. So after that, she was like, fine, I'll help you get the visa, blah, blah, blah. And that's how that happened. That's
crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think first things first, I just pointed out you actually like have like, you studied it, right? As opposed to a bunch of people, a lot of other people who have different routes to like arriving here.
Yeah.
I think that's very crazy and very, very, I don't know, bold of you. I remember coming to Canada, and what I took in school, I'm not going to say the name because I'm not doing anything close to it, but I remember having this deal with my dad that I had to take something close to the sciences to remain in school.
Wow.
So I took the closest thing that I had a science degree, because I don't know anything about science. I don't know anything about chemistry, biology, nothing. I mean, I'm not doing that today, but I just did that so that he could pay my fees for 4 years. And when I got the degree, I'm one of those kids that said,
here you go.
Here you go. That's yours. You can do whatever you want with it, and that's it. But so Percy, do you have the same sort of introduction into dance, or was yours like
no, not at all? I mean, for me, there's similarities, but also I would like to comment on the fact that you knew what you wanted since you were a young child, and I think that's so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
And you never let anything stop you, phase you.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Like us, we didn't know what we wanted, man. We were just going all over the place.
One day, I know. I feel like deep inside, every child knows what they want.
I wanted to be commando. I watched. So this is what happened. I watched Commando, then The Matrix in that same like period. Fam, I was like, yo, that's what I'm doing, man. I'm saving the world. So I don't know about you, man. Deep down, I wanted to be Commando. Like the closest thing I got to like chasing my dreams was taking karate, taekwondo in high school. I did go to competitions.
Hey, that's something.
Yeah, I did go to competitions, but that's about it.
That's hilarious. I wanted to be Spiderman, so
Ibou, did you want to be Batman?
I think for me, growing up, I wanted to be a pilot. I think that's what it was. And then,
that was like a Goku guy, though.
Goku guy.
The closest he got to being a pilot is flying drones.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Hey, there's people who don't know how to fly drones.
True. But
I'm
yeah, my
curious to hear
story.
what.
So like I had a love for dance ever since I was young. Ever since I can remember, really. And my mom used to tell me when I was like 2 years old, I would literally stand in front of the TV watching like VHS videos of Michael Jackson and try to copy his dance moves. But I was more so of like a reserved child. I didn't want anybody to see my capabilities for some reason. So whenever somebody would walk into the room, if I didn't know you, I would just like, come sit down.
it's a shy guy.
Imagine that. But like as a young boy, like I was very active. I loved to move around. So I played a lot of sports, soccer, basketball, volleyball. Like whatever I can do with my hands and my feet or body, I'll do it. But it wasn't until I was in the 11th grade, actually. And I joined the dance squad because I wanted girls. I'm gonna say
every man who has this
that same story.
I have a different story, but go ahead.
I saw the girls in the dance squad. I said, okay, I
can move with that.
I can move with that. Yeah, but when I got into the dance squad, I realized that I actually had a talent. Like even though I wasn't trained in it, I was very natural in this form of art. So through that, like we would do competitions and whatnot, and there will also be judges there, and they would give us feedback. And like sometimes I'd be the guy that they would point out. And I was like, oh shit, I can actually dance still. I can move and shake one still.
Right.
Yeah. So through grade 11 and grade 12, that's what I was doing. I was playing sports as well, but like I think dance was like one of the things that I started to fall in love with. I realized like I'm really good at this and I have potential.
Right.
But then after high school, it's just like you need to go study. Right. So I went to school for architectural technology.
What?
Yeah. I'm not doing nothing with it right now, to be honest. Right. I mean, I still have that architectural mindset, I would say, that I use for dance and like my business and whatnot, but like I'm not doing anything with architectural technology.
Right.
But my first year, I was like battling between, do I want to be here or do I want to dance? And I knew for me, like I just wanted to dance. As I would be in class, sometimes I would just fall asleep because shit is so boring. I don't know. And the thing is, like, I was a visual artist as well. Like, I can paint and draw. But with architecture, it's very structural. So there's really no freedom, liberation. So it just got boring to me. I was just like, I'm in love with dance. So first year, I got an opportunity to perform in Quebec. No, it was Trois-Rivières. Sorry, my French is terrible. Trois-Rivières. Yeah. And there was these guys called IME crew, who were like the top people from ABC's Best Dance Crew.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, yo, this is a sick opportunity. But I also had class, so I had to choose between. I remember I made that decision to go to the event. And when I went, that's how I knew like dance was going to be my thing.
That's dope.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Do you have any dance stories?
Nah. I think for me, again, it's funny that he's saying it because I've known Percy for a long time. We're not going to disclose how and whatnot.
I'm sure.
But I've known
talk to raps.
No, and honestly, from when I can remember, like even like with his sisters and them, and cousin used to talk about it was always the dancing thing, right? Because I went to school for the same thing, architecture, and did architecture technology in Sheridan. And that's actually what I do now. Like that is my main go-to. And for me, it was just about, my mind just loved to create stuff. So architecture gave me away. And again, to you guys' point, was like, I remember having a conversation with my mom like a week ago, and I go, man, you not only, like if it was up to me, it would have been like more like content creating or traveling and vlog, like all that kind of stuff, right? I was like, but I got my degree just to be like, okay, cool, you could have this and I could go dream, right? And my mom was like she didn't like me saying that, but I was like, but growing up, you didn't give us other choices, right? So then we grow up and then you resent some of the decision making that you do. But hopefully for me, I was able to find that creativity through doing my podcast, shooting videos, hosting, a lot of that stuff. So that kept my 9 to 5 going, because I had to switch job and things like that. Because the moment that my mind doesn't create or get, I'm a dreamer. So the moment that stops, it's like, then to your point, it's like, damn, why am I here? Like, why am I here every day, right? So, but always on the creative side, where it's like I could pick up anything and literally, I feel like I could master it, right? And then get paid for it, which is also added bonus where like you get paid to do things like, damn, I was just doing this shit.
I don't think it's a great.
I think it's a great vehicle though, like to get you to the place where you need to be.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. I mean, looking back at it, like having a anchor as my job has allowed me many opportunities that I know now some of my peers are like, they still got to choose in between, where now I'm even thinking of like, I could like not work and figure that out some other way. But it's because, I've had a, 9 to 5 in my career for like 10 years now. And it's also like, I'm also like moving up in that space. So that's also like feeding the thing. It's easier to deal with your dream when your reality, you can sleep with your AC. It's a different ballgame. So I always tell people like, you sometimes you got to deal with the reality of you chasing your dream as well, right?
I just started to settle in that space where it's like now, like especially like when I love what I do for my 9 to 5, and I can still chase my dreams, especially because like there's nothing that I hate more than just hating what I do for 9 to 5. Just because I'm trying to like fuel my dreams and being able to like have that balance now, it's just been like a blessing, because I know it's not easy for anybody to be able to do that. But no, my introduction to the dance was I wanted to be cool, man. I went to a secondary school where like I think it was a rich secondary school. So you probably know Corona.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it was a big boy secondary school. So it's like,
I got money. Got money.
I don't have money.
Thank you for pointing that out.
I don't have money. There's only one Sayrah Chips.
I just wanted to reflect.
See, the school I went to, which was my dad's school, was not as bougie. Hey, we looked at these people like this.
So I just wanted to be cool, and I really didn't like. Obviously, I didn't know I was funny then. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't really talk to girls, so dancing was kind of like my only outlet. And I did dance for a while, and then we had like the social nights where there's like performances. It's kind of like a variety night before the party started. We're like, okay, so then I remember just dancing to like Usher all the time. Like Usher was my go-to guy. Like I used to feel. And then I came to Canada. Obviously, I did try to dance. I did compete with the Trent dance team at the time. I did compete with them for a bit, but obviously I had other things in mind. Life started happening then, but dance for me has always been a thing where like even if I don't dance competitively or as you guys do it in the professional side of things, I like to dance on my own, man. Just like it's like a form of therapy.
Yeah,
for me.
it's like
big dancer Dre.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
This guy got hidden talents, man.
But I want to kind of jump ahead and kind of like go into, so what would you say is sort of like your biggest achievement through dance, right? So I know with Sayrah, you've got like multiple businesses, the clothing and all that, but I want to focus on the dance itself. And I'm gonna come to you in a bit, Ibou, but what's the biggest achievement you think you've had through dance?
I feel like there's so many. I don't mean like that. Hey,
so many.
No, not that.
Go through your files.
I don't read it like that, but
okay. What was the one moment that I knew that okay, this was my breakout moment?
Breakout. breakout moment.
Something that happened is that way. Okay, the game is changing right now. Like I can see myself like.
Honestly, I think when I basically booked my first tour, which was touring with Tiwa Savage in 2016. That was like, I was like, wait a minute, am I really doing this? And it was crazy because I was still in college too. So it was, I was broke trying to figure that out. But yeah, no, I think that was the first time I was like, wow, okay, this is crazy.
That's big.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah, that was it. And then I think after that, the next thing was, but in that I was just a dancer. And then getting booked to choreograph Olamide's tour was that one was crazy because I was like, what? And then to get my payment too, I said, oh my God. What? I said, what is this? And I got like paid in cash. I was
Nigerian way. Cash. Cash and carry.
I said, ain't no way. Ain't no way. This is for me.
That's wild.
Yeah, that was. I think even till date, that's still one of my biggest dance payment.
Right.
I'm just being nosy. We just want to know. You don't have to give us number, but maybe a range, just to see how much more work I could. Because the way you said I'm like, damn. I thought I was.
You want to start dancing?
I just want a range, just if you can. You know what I mean? I'm just being nosy.
Let me see.
5 to 10.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Dre.
Yeah.
We need to do more of this, man.
We need to do a lot more.
I mean, see, even I need to do a lot more because wait, did he come back? Like I said, it's the biggest.
But at least you see it once.
I've seen it once, so I know it's possible again.
That's good. Congratulations on
Thank
that.
you.
Man.
All right, Percy, how about you?
For me, like I've been blessed to do a lot of great things with dance, like dancing on stages, opening up for like Justin Timberlake and like booking like movies for Disney. But for me, I feel like the journey is what I appreciate more of. And it's more so like me telling myself I can do it and then doing it. And then I have two really. So that's the first one. And the second one would be being able to perform on the same land that my parents were born. So I was able to fly out in 2019 for, what was it called again? The Year of Return in Ghana.
In Ghana, yes.
Yeah. And we performed in front of the president for Ghana.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And just, I felt like such an ancestral cleanse and like protection. Like my ancestors were just like covering me in that moment. And like that type of shit, I can't compare it to any payment that I ever got, to be honest.
Right. That's crazy.
That's nuts.
I'm allowed to cuss on this?
Yeah. Crazy. No, don't go crazy.
Shit. As soon as you say that.
So activated.
I'm going to time. You want to say something?
No, I was gonna say another thing for me that was like big is because clearly we're doing mostly African things and we're in the African space all the time. So even though that I am dancing for an African artist, the other two times that was really a wow moment for me is to being on American stages. Because like I ended up doing Made in America with Tiwa Savage as well for the first time, and that was crazy. Because I also choreographed some stuff, and then I helped. Because it's also Kathy's choreography.
Right.
And she couldn't make it, so I also had to like organize everything. So she put me in charge. So that was so big for me too.
That's dope.
And then like 2 years later, my friend Lyd booked me as well with her to co-choreograph Mr. Easy's Coachella set. And that one, till today, I'm just like, wow, we really did Coachella 2 weeks back to back.
That's wild. That's good.
Yeah, that for me was cool too, because that as a dancer in America, you want to do the more commercial stuff. You want to get on the American stages. You want to do stuff like that.
Exactly.
And being an Afro dancer and being in the Afro dance space, you kind of sometimes don't think you can make it there. So when you have these little opportunities where you do, and when you see your other friends doing stuff like that, you're like, okay, it's possible. We're moving forward. So that was pretty cool.
Mr. Ibou, I'm trying to bring us into this conversation because we clearly don't dance well enough. But what would you say is, and you guys can answer this if you guys have any besides the ones you've mentioned, but what would you say is a space or place, because we've all had the opportunity to travel for, through dance or through whatever we're doing. By the way, guys, if you're watching from, as a fan of Sayrah and Plantain Percy, I'm an MC comedian. Mr. Ibou's an MC podcaster. What else do you want to plug in before? So they know the intersectionality of things going on here.
Yeah, I mean, everything, podcast hosting, YouTube, all that.
So that's why there's a bit of a difference. We don't dance, but we can move.
Don't let Mr. J fool you, man. I've seen them on stages.
Shit. I guess my question is, what place, what city, state, or country, if you can, how best you can narrow it down to a place where you've been to by the chance of your work, but it gave you the most awesome sort of like experience so far, or most recent. Let's do most recent thing you've done through your work that has given you a very, very unique experience. I can go first just to kind of give an idea. So I had an opportunity to go to New York recently to host the Palm Wine Fest by Show Them Camp. It was the first time they're doing it in America, United States, North America in general. So it was a great experience because I've never really, because I think I've been spoiled by being in Toronto for a little bit, because when I'm with my people, I don't need to do much. Yeah. It's my people. We all know each other. We're just like, hey, what's up? So being in New York, I had to network for the first time in a while. I actually had to like speak up and just like, yo guys, like I'm Dre, like, and I'm like, hi guys, like who are you? Like, I'm trying to meet everybody. Yeah, but I think it was a very humbling experience because I think it reminded me that sometimes we need to get uncomfortable to become comfortable again. And I remember the funny thing was, so there were pictures from the entire event, right? And there was this celebrity photographer that was at the event, and APGM, yeah. He's a big celebrity photographer. So he was taking pictures of the entire event. And I remember hitting him up in the DM. I was like, yo, bro, like, I don't know if you have any, like, because you do that once in a while, like, yo, do you have any pictures of me like, post?
You got to.
And this guy's like, sorry, bro, I didn't know who you were.
Oh, damn.
And honestly, like, I was like, oh, damn. But I was like, yo, that's humbling.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you need that.
Yeah.
Damn.
It makes you work harder. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I did have like a backup plan. Like I had someone to do social media for me while I was doing all that. So I had that covered, but I just wanted to reach out because he's a fire photographer. Like, if you get a picture from him, it's like
you out of here.
Yeah, it's like Jenny images. You know what I'm saying? So,
pretty much.
But it was humbling enough for me, and it was a unique experience because I'm like, yo, I want to keep going out now because like I've done cities around Canada, but like I want to do more because then like I know people. Don't get me wrong, in different parts of the world, whatever. But just being out there and just working with it, like it was a very humbling experience. I loved it. It reminded me, oh man, like you ain't shit. But no, I killed the show regardless. That's a different conversation. I killed the show, but yeah, I don't know, Ibou, do you have anything?
It's funny, like to what you're saying about the picture, because again, I've been around the industry in Toronto for a long time, but I haven't hosted as long as people think. So two things I do when I get to the club, I talk nice with the photographer. It's like, yo, your outfit look fire. Just can you get one? I find it always work. So that's how I always get pictures.
Right.
So it's a trip because I know I'm not. Again, to your point, it's like, oh, who the fuck is this guy? Yeah, you got whatever. But so I make talk with the photographer and the bartender. So those two things always get me covered. So even when I'm not like, somebody always got footage and pictures for me, right? But to your point, I think, like the day because when I first started hosting, I did 1 year, didn't get a single dime. And then the first time somebody paid me $150, I was like, what? Because I'm still like, I was just doing it for fun. 2019, I got a chance to go to Ghana Year of Return. Shout out to Afrofest because I've had a relationship with Afrofest for a long time. So when they was going to Ghana, they said, yeah, let's go. But again, to your point, it's like, to me, it's like the hunger is that like, I'm still operating as an underdog, even though I feel like, and personally speaking, like my skill set is above most people that you know. But we came to Instagram a little late. That wasn't a thing that I was into back then, right? So now you're playing catch up. Yeah. So again, but in terms of like, if you look at like, okay, let's look at people's platform and things like that. Like I've got, last year I was in Tanzania for Afrofest again, right? Like first time I went to East Africa. So I've been able to do a lot of these cool things. And again, in remembrance, like, damn, like people really pay you to do this. Like, why? Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, Tanzania, Ghana, and then the second biggest thing that I'm proud of is when I started to do videography, I'm from a country, Niger, that's like unknown to anybody who never met me kind of thing. So I went up there, I did a vlog, and that vlog kind of also got me going and thinking about YouTube in a big way because that thing just took off. And then I remember going back the following year and everybody recognizing me, which was kind of weird because, again, it's a country that nobody shed lights on. And I think not even like that the video blew up, but it's like it's a sense of pride, you know what I mean, that you carry on. You see me at Afrofest with my flag every year. It's like now you're like an ambassador of a whole country. Thanks. And then because of you, people are even a little bit more curious to go check that out. And to this day, all the videos that I've done on my homeland has been the biggest thing that I've done. I've tried, like I've been to like, again, some of the most beautiful places like south of France, south of Portugal, but it's like, it's those places that you wouldn't think people would show love, and that's where it comes from. And I think for me, like, you know, I'm blessed to just wake up and do anything I want to every day kind of thing. So it's like, right now we're just, to me, it feels like a win, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a blessing, man.
And just add to that, I remember the whole Niger thing, and I remember tapping. I was like, "Yo, that's really, really dope." And that's when that's when I actually knew that, oh, you are creative, like aficionado, like you got this in the bag. But I read the story about your drone getting like seized, though, like telling you how to fly a drone.
I went to Morocco. They took my shit.
Oh yeah, Morocco. You tried to do that in Morocco?
No, but I wasn't even staying in Morocco. I was there for like. Usually when you go to Niger, you're there for like 15 hours layover.
Oh, they're not gonna allow that.
It's like you're a journalist, and again, that's also one thing that people don't understand. Like even to like vlog, like it's so risky because you come in these airports and you got like my backpack is full of stuff. They're like, "What you coming here for?"
Yeah, bro.
Yo, I literally had to show the man my YouTube page. Like,
right.
Yo, fam, you're a journalist? I said, no.
Where's your journalist visa?
They're like, you got permission? I said, no. So they took the drone and I had to go back and get it. But so now again, I tell people like, it's like, yeah, like that's the love of it, right? Like it's a little bit edgy. You're taking risk, but Morocco, wild. I ain't going back over there.
I don't know if you guys have anything else to add, or you guys are cool.
I mean, I think for me too, it has to probably do about like with traveling too and stuff. The thing about touring for dancers, especially when we're like touring to teach, before at a certain time, sometimes you get paid to travel and teach, and sometimes you set it up yourself,
right?
Because clearly you want to leave your little cocoon. And either way, it's like stressful and all of that good stuff. But the beauty about it is you leave. It's fine when you see people come to your classes. Like for me, when people come to my classes in America, it's cool. It's all cool. But like when I go out the country and set up a class and people come there, I'm like, oh wait, what? Y'all know me out here? Or you're like here to learn from me out here? It's always like what? And it's a scary thing too. It's a scary thing too because you're just like, I don't know if anybody's gonna come. I don't know if they're gonna like my style of teaching. I don't know if they're actually gonna like me. But
you've done like this is a repeat. You've done Europe. You've done
so like even Europe. Last year was my first time doing Europe. It was my first time doing Europe, and even then, I felt like I didn't do my best because I was sick. And then I ended up canceling half of the Europe tour because I found out I was pregnant. But even that was such a shocker to me because it took a lot of work to even get everything set up. I did get invited to, and I got invited and paid for like Switzerland and one of my classes in France. But everything else was kind of like set up by myself to like add to those two.
Right.
Which was cool. And every city that I did make it to, I was in awe because like I didn't care if it was just 10 people. I didn't care if it was 2 people. Well, it wasn't 2 people, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it didn't matter to me.
Trying to be humble, but okay.
It mattered to me.
5 to 10, right? That's what we said. We said 5 to 10. Stop playing. 5 to 10.
But the
Radisha, like, come on, guys, like it's a nation.
Oh my gosh, no! But I'm serious. It did. It was whatever amount of people came just meant so much to me because this is who do I know in Germany? who do I know in France? Who do I know in Switzerland? I've never been to Switzerland. It's so beautiful. I felt like I was in a screensaver or a wallpaper. I was like, what is this place? And these people don't speak English. Like, how are they here? Like, they watch me from over here? What? So, like, that's really cool. And every time I have experiences like that, it's so humbling for me. And even here, like, this is my first time here, and I'm about to teach, and I'm like, I have all these different emotions and feelings. And I know that when I get in class, I'm just going to be like, wow, like, these people really came here, and they're trying to learn something from me. Like, who am I? So yeah,
this is what, your second or third time in Toronto for dance?
No, it's my first time.
What?
That's what I'm saying.
I swear, I feel like you've been here before.
Never.
Okay.
I've never been to Canada.
She's here now.
What?
Never.
I swear, I feel like this is deja vu. Then that's crazy.
Never.
That's crazy. So you're excited about
So excited.
show
That
starting
speaks on your
tomorrow?
presence, though, that you have. Like, the fact that you feel
Yeah.
like you've been
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, you excited for tomorrow?
I'm excited. I'm nervous.
it's gonna be fun.
Excited because I've been watching this man's classes, and I'm like, oh my god, I have big shoes to fill.
Oh no, trust me.
You know what's crazy? I was talking to him on the way here, and I was like, I thought he had a class today,
Oh, okay.
and he was telling me that everybody thinks he's in the dance studio every day, and I'm like, facts, like you're always dancing. Like,
That's what you see on Instagram. That's what you see.
that's crazy. But real quick, Sayrah, let me talk about. So I'm gonna shift gears for a bit. Let's talk about your first million, or the first million video that I've seen so far. It's the one Fire Scatter by Fireboy DML.
Was that the first one? No, I don't think that's the first one.
Well, we can't mention the other one. Whose
yes.
Whose name we cannot
yeah, we
mention.
cannot.
Yeah, we cannot mention the other one. Yes.
So yes.
Yes.
Batiskata.
Batiscata.
Hold on, I want to know. I feel like I missed something. Why can't we mention it?
I'm not going to get canceled on the podcast. Off the record.
My curiosity take me
Yeah,
places
we'll talk
sometimes.
about it later.
All right, no worries.
Yeah, but how did you feel like knowing that you can impact that many people?
I don't even know. I remember just screaming because I was just like, wait, what? How? And
Was there any sort of connection between you and Fireboy, like prior to that, or
no. I mean, if you know me, you know that I'm like a big YBNL family person. Like I had a whole like phase where all I danced to was Olamide songs.
right?
So definitely I do, and then I did his tour, and we're really close, and he's like a big brother to me. Somebody who I really appreciate because he sees potential in people, and if he sees that like you're like legit, he'll support that. He's one of the few artists that I know would appreciate when you dance to his music and do stuff like once he sees that you're really into his stuff, he'll like show you that love back. So yeah, I've been a like huge YBNL side family member, kind of. But when Fireboy came out, all his songs were just dope. And I was just like, wow, like this man does not have any bad songs.
Right.
So I also kind of went through another phase where I kind of danced like 4, 5, 6 of his songs. And then I did that class, and that class just like took off.
Right.
The video from that class took off, which was like a random choreo I did like at the end of one of my US tours. And I was just like, oh wow. I didn't even expect, like, it was big on Instagram, but I didn't think it was going to be big on YouTube because YouTube is slow for me. It takes time to get to wherever. Right. And I have colleagues who have had their millions and 2 million and whatever millions, and it's happened normally. I'm like, okay, that's just, I guess that's not my space. Let me just focus on the Instagram that is working for me. So when I got that, it was very surreal. Right. It was definitely surreal.
And the reason I bring that up is because I wanted to talk about like the importance of like dance, especially with the Afrobeats music culture, where it's like a lot of, I think we've seen time and time how a lot of, for example, we've seen artists just do dance videos, like official dance videos, and we've seen how dance makes the song, to me anyways, much better.
Oh yeah.
Before the artist even performs it live, like I'm seeing people dancing to it, and people are coming up with dance steps. So I guess I want to, get in your own words, how you feel about like, I guess one, do you think that dancers get enough recognition in the space and how they she's like, nah, and how they contribute to like the music culture, and I guess just in your own words, like how important it is to have dance as a part of like the music culture, specifically Afrobeats, if you want to.
Me?
Yeah. First, we can start with you.
So your first question: do dancers get enough recognition? I would say the answer is no. But, well, Afrobeats is it's been around for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
People are starting to now get attached to it.
Right.
So for them, they feel like Afrobeats is still a child. We know that Afrobeat has been here
A grandpa.
for a good while now. And I guess because of the power of social media, we're able to use these tools to actually like put forward our work and our passion and then get recognized. But I don't feel like the world is going to recognize you unless you put yourself out there.
Out there, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, it sucks. You're going to have to work hard, and sometimes it's not going to happen for you. But
Right.
as long as you love this thing, you're going to continue to do it.
Right.
I know for me, I'm always going to continue to do it.
Yeah,
It's never going to leave me, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So the recognition, yeah, you can say we don't get recognized, but we're so important. We're very much so an important aspect of this culture, because without dancers, like you wouldn't be able to go to these parties and actually do
anything.
Yeah.
Dancers have a special way of communicating what the music is telling you. You know what I mean? And I feel like that is like irreplaceable.
Right.
Like you can't touch that.
Yeah. So like, yeah, we're definitely not recognized. But I would say we are in a better space than we used to be. We are still bottom of the food chain in the entertainment industry. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But we are higher than we were in the bottom of the food chain. Yeah. Facts.
Calculation.
Yeah, great. Take it. I want to chase that thought.
I mean, I'm speaking of like musician, video director, stylist. Like
Gotcha.
if you really put the people who work in a show or in a video,
Gotcha.
we're getting paid the least, and we're doing a
The
bulk
most.
of the work.
We're athletes.
Yeah, no, that's,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
We're doing
you are.
more work.
You are.
I've been on sets and shows where the person flat ironing somebody's hair is making 15 times more than I'm making, and my body's paining me. This person is not even like plaiting the hair from beginning. This person is just flat ironing the wig, which I'm honestly, I'm not breaking that person's bank or like what their work or their worth. They deserve that money. That's their worth. I understand that. But then me that I'm breaking my body, I will say, oh, pay me this. And you'd be like, nah, that's not in the budget. But I'm making your show 10 times better. You know what I'm saying? So, like, no. That's why I tell
But
you.
Dre, I want you to tell us, who do you think? Because as a host, I know I need a dancer. That's always the peak of the moment into that climax world. Like we do Afrofest, like the peak of the show. Yeah, sometimes it's us. We talk, we go back and forth.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm always looking in the crowd. As soon as I see somebody who can, even you could dance this much, I'm like, yo, you gotta come up here.
Exactly.
Because you can help me kill 45 minutes right now.
Facts.
Dance till you sweat. We get your t-shirt.
Facts.
So
So are you saying okay, continue.
me, I got a
you saying
little 2-1-2 step, but
You're taking
I
advantage of the dancer, or I just want to know.
and that's what I'm saying. Like now that you
this
said it,
45 minutes
but
from
that's
me.
facts. And now that you're saying it, like, I was like, yo, fam, there's no shoulder moves without dancers, right? So, and I feel like dancers and MCs are there too, because MC too, you even ask for more than $100, he look at you like, yeah, I could just get my uncle to do my wedding. They
That
call
part
your
too,
uncle.
yeah. I feel that.
Your uncle would be drunk by the time he even come here. You know what I mean? But honestly, I think that like nothing moves without you guys, man.
Yeah, and I
like
feel like
nothing moves without the dance.
Especially before, they really didn't care. Like, and then especially with like Afro artists, majority of them think they can just come on stage and sing and go and just do a bare minimum show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Only a few of them would say, okay, I know I need to do a little bit more. And sadly, us Africans too, we continue going to watch the show with the bare minimum. So they will keep doing it like that. So we move. Everybody's fine, right?
You have to lead each other though.
Whole conversation.
You know what I'm saying? So
bare minimum conversation. That's a whole another.
So we have that as well. That is a whole different thing on its own. But when you think about it, especially with how mainstream Afrobeats is going and Afro dance and Afro everything, if you really think about it and if you really look at it, all the songs that went viral off of a dance.
That's a fact.
Off of a dance challenge. Somebody got up and danced to your song and blew it up.
I know the goal was a repost.
You know what I'm saying? And then half the time, reposts happen, your song blows up, you're doing all these great things. That person that created this global thing for your music is that's it.
Right.
It ends there.
Mm-hmm. It ends at recognition.
You know what I'm saying? Right, it's like what
you guys are right.
And even then it's like I feel like every time I don't think I've even seen any like big artist who has had a viral song that went viral off of a dance actually come and credit the dancer like, oh, now that my song blew up so much, this specific person or these dancers blew my song up, and that's why it's so big now, especially with TikTok now. Mm-hmm. Before it was Instagram, it'll go viral on Instagram and then boom. But now that it's TikTok, and TikTok has become like way more like, it's like an infestation.
It's very vast, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I can tell you. See how this song? What's it called? CK song.
Is it the Love No Antinti?
Yeah, it was the dance challenge.
And that song has been around before it actually went viral.
Yeah.
It was
But No Allah too was the same. It's the same thing. No
Allah as well.
Yeah,
nobody even knew
until somebody decided to get up off their chair and dance.
You know, one thing I wish I could really dance, bro. But you know, I'll leave it to you guys. Me two-step.
It's a blessing and a curse because sometimes they'll pay you in exposure. Imagine being paid in exposure.
Like exposure will pay your rent.
Oh, see this camera that you have, exposure. You see, that's how much they're paying.
I just wish that like everybody could be honest with themselves and honest about the role that we play. Clearly, you as an artist also play a huge role because if you do not give us music to dance,
right?
What do we dance to?
Right.
I mean, we'll dance to bang, 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 bang. We can dance to that too because clearly we can dance to anything.
Right.
But it's a marriage. Right? It's a marriage. It's a situation of a frame and a picture. Right? I feel like the music is the frame and the dance is the picture.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying?
Caption.
Like we go hand in hand, and I feel like more artists and more people in the industry have to like
give it up.
Say that and recognize that and treat us in that manner and pay us in that manner. You know what I'm saying? And respect us in that manner because I feel like dancers get disrespected the most.
My curiosity is kicking in again.
Okay.
But when you freestyle, because again, it's like when I see you guys freestyle, I'm like, yo, is it like from an old routine you take the best pieces or you just like kind of just.
Hilarious question.
Because honestly, anytime like, it's the same way like when people see you go on stage, they're like, yo, that intro just came in. But I practice, like I talk to myself when I'm not talking to anybody.
Shit, bro. I was thinking the same thing, man. I was going to ask you, like, yo, what's your routine?
Oh, bro? No, but honestly, like, even like if I'm coming here, like, I'll pick a random subject, for example, like pink. And I'll start talking about, I like the way that the color hit, it's vibrant, and the pink is a woman, feminine. So I'll just start to like so it allows me to practice talking. So then when I get on the stage, like, I could even quickly look in the crowd and then do it. So it comes off a lot more than that. But in the same way, when I look at people freestyle, I'm like, yo, fam.
Yeah.
That shit was too fire.
Yeah.
For you just came on stage and did that. So is it kind of like similar process to that?
It's a similar process with freestyling as well. And with freestyling, once again, you have to practice that as well. It doesn't really come. I mean, for some people, it can come natural.
Yeah, but you don't know the song they about to play.
I know you don't know the song, but you can understand the energy of where the song is going because there's rhythms Yeah, and we're able to follow. We're able to follow patterns. I feel like as human beings.
Yeah, I gotta sign up.
As a dancer,
You gotta sign up, bro.
as a dancer, because you've been doing this for so long, you're able to find that pattern. Because there's only so many patterns, probably like 7 patterns that everybody follows.
But then you guys are through the new dance in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the thing is, I'm
just a fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yo. Honestly, to me, like, as much as like people look at us and go, you guys are like, but like I look at other creative and go, yo, how the fuck you pull that off? You know what I mean? And then you'll throw in the new, like, it's like, so you'll see the person start a routine, but if it's like, you know, Davido feels or unavailable, like, you know, that dance would find its way in there, and it just feels seamless.
I mean, it's like you understand music, and even if you don't know the song, you understand music as a dancer regardless, and you just follow it. And every dance can be slowed down or made faster, no matter what it is. Even ballet, you can make it fast, you can make it slow. So depending on the tempo of the song, what type of song it is, you just know how to play with that. There are some people who have 16,000 combos in their head already. They've practiced a bunch of combos. I have friends who have combos upon combos that they just throw out, that they've practiced. So once it's time to freestyle, they just do those combos. Pretty much. And then I have friends who would freestyle and they're just moving. They're just letting the music take them. I suck at freestyling. I am terrible at it.
Really? I wouldn't believe that.
I mean, you wouldn't know because I can fake it till I make it. I can fake it.
Dope, man.
I can fake it. So with freestyling too, you kind of have to be free, literally. I get in my head. So I'm like, I'm a choreo girl.
How do I look?
I'm a choreo girl. You can give me 10 choreos right now and I will eat it. I'll eat it up and I'll do it. Freestyle, I feel like I'm gonna start repeating moves too much. Now I feel like, oh, why am I repeating moves too much? But that's the thing. With freestyle, you're technically allowed to repeat moves as many times as you want because you're freestyling. But I get in my head. So I'm not a freestyler. I would say it 6 million times. But if I have to, I will fake it till I make it. But yeah, everybody's different. They're the combo people, and then they're the people who just let the music move them.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. And I want to jump off of that too, because I feel like the dancers who grew up in like studios, they're the ones who will struggle with freestyle the most because they've been told to do this movement, that movement, and feel structured. And the dancers that just taught themselves, just street ones. Self-taught.
Plantain ones.
They're the ones that are allowed to be free because they've been doing it for so long. So it just all depends on like how
you came.
And it's crazy because I have both backgrounds, but because when I first started as a kid, I was just dancing on the street and dancing at home and whatever I see, I just do and like dance at parties and we know the gifts. That was cute. But then I guess once I got older and I got put in the studio and I'm more structured and I fell in love with choreography, that's just where my whole brain went. And then whenever we were told, because I did improv in school as well, and improv is pretty much freestyling, where you're basically, same thing, like what you said when you're making choreo. Like my teacher would say, think of a tree in the woods, and now you have to act like a tree in the woods, but in whatever way that you feel a tree in the woods should be moving. You know what I'm saying? And like, sometimes they'll give you random pointers, sometimes they wouldn't, and you're just supposed to move. And even in that, I think I still struggled with like being in my head, of which that's something I should work on, but I keep saying I work on it, but I never do.
Also, I feel like every dancer should have a specialty. You know how like Pokemon has their Pikachu.
So what's your specialty?
Like every dancer should be in the dungeon working on one specialty.
So what's your special move?
Your go-to.
I can't tell you that.
One is best. One is better. He's a rap. What's my next question? So let's talk about the red hairdo. How long have you had it? How did it start?
I feel like all my things that are supposed to be epic are not. I'm sorry. But so I've had it since 2014.
What? How do you keep that's a brand? How do you keep such a brand for that long? I've changed my name so many times. My mother doesn't know who I am anymore.
This guy's running from the feds, huh?
I don't know. I guess it became me. So, and I don't know. It's just me. I feel like anything else on my head, I just feel like a different person. I feel like I'm walking around in someone else's skin. But I've always wanted to dye my hair as a kid, and clearly I have a Yoruba mother. No, she's like, nah, you can't. And then she was like, I guess you can when you're like 18. And I'm like, cool. But then I always thought I was just gonna do like a strip or something, and literally, as soon as I turned 18, I went and dyed my hair and dyed the entire thing red. No, actually, before that, I had put on weave where they put like a bunch of colors, but then I had this like red swoop, and I was like,
hey, how many colors?
It was like red swoop, and then there was like this like blonde in the back. It was like I don't even know who did the hair. It was in Nigeria. That was when I danced. I did this Two Faces concert. There was this Away and Beyond concert he did a while ago. I was like 16 then. Technically, I wasn't supposed to be in that show. But I guess I danced well, so they were like, sure, fine, whatever. So that was the hair that I used for the show. And like, I felt so fierce with that red just in my face and my dark lipstick. And I was just like, oh, it was almost like an alter ego. But like the ego was still me. I loved it. So when I finally was able to like dye my hair, I went and dyed my hair all red. My mom almost had a heart attack because she was like, I thought you were just going to do the tips or something. My auntie shredded me. Everybody shredded me. This is too much. And like my background as well is like I grew up in a Sele family. What? So yeah, I was born into a Sele home. I mean, I don't go to Sele anymore, but like that's still my background. So if you know anything about Sele, you're not supposed to wear red. You're not supposed to wear black, like all black or all red. If my dad was alive and he saw my head like this, I'm pretty sure that's the one thing he will fight me for. But yeah, my mom had a fit. Everybody had a fit. And I guess, I mean, as you can tell, I don't really be caring what anybody gotta say. I'm gonna do what I want to do. And it kind of worked out with me and my brand. And later on in life, my mom, even my auntie were just like, we're actually happy you kept it. Yeah. Because it like makes it you unique to like everybody knows you.
Can never pay you to change it.
So it was pretty cool. I don't plan on changing it.
What? For a movie? For a movie role?
I mean, I'll throw on a wig.
Okay. For
a movie. I've done like 2 videos in the past where I threw on a black wig. Okay. I mean, work is work.
Gotcha.
But
it's crazy, man. That's impressive to keep such. I mean, now it's part of you. So it's not really a brand. It's just who you are.
Now it's just me.
That's dope, man. Before we get out of here, anybody have any questions to ask? I mean, I've asked a lot of questions. Give people the time to jump in.
No, be like you're
just thinking about the plantain you're gonna make when you get home. Yeah,
you go chop plantain this night.
I mean, yeah, if there's time,
it's a plantain time.
All right, this is a fun topic before we get out of here. Let's talk about this boy math, girl math thing.
What?
Okay. Boy math? This millennials conversation.
Boy math.
Yeah, boy math, girl math. Okay. Right? So I'm going to read this article and explain, or try to explain anyway. So the thing is, it's called, okay. If you've been on social media, so it's a TikTok thing. It's a TikTok thing. And so it's kind of like explaining how like girls would say something or a math equation and how it makes sense to just girls. For example, you would see something like, find an example. Girl math is going on vacation with 8 friends and coming back with 3.
Oh, okay.
So it makes sense to the women, but guys are like, huh? What are you talking about? Girl math is buying tickets to something months in advance and basically going to the event for free since you bought it ages ago.
Wow, that's crazy.
I feel that though.
That's crazy.
You align with that?
Yes.
Or they say when Mariah Carey sued that billionaire boyfriend she had for wasting her time and won a multi-million-dollar deal settlement. That is girl math.
That's crazy.
I want to be her when I grow up.
And then boy math is them not wanting to spend $10 on flowers because they'll die. It makes sense to guys.
The math that don't add up.
Yeah. Boy math is being afraid of gold diggers when you only have 3 pair of socks to your name.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. But it's crazy that none of us know.
So wait, is the other gender writing about the other gender?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, women do be fighting a lot though, but
no, that's for sure. Like, yep.
But the difference is men don't address nothing, right? That's our issue.
That's the thing.
Like, I don't like
we
you.
always want to talk about it,
but I'm never gonna address it. If I say, "Yo, bro, what's up? You good?" Now we do, but and only in a selective few. The only people I don't like.
I don't think generally
time,
men, even in relationships, men aren't the talkers.
All right. We were just talking about friendship. Now you're jumping out there. No.
I mean, friendships are relationships, aren't they?
Hey.
No, but you're
Mas. She's doing math.
You trying to put it.
You want several other types of relationships.
Trying to put everything. Everybody's trying to tell you it's all the same.
It's all the same.
But it's not.
It's all relationships.
headshots.
No, but women definitely do be fighting, especially like when we end up being in the same space for a long period of time. Things are bound to happen. People will tend to get irritated by other people more than I feel like men might just be out for the vibes.
We don't address shit. And then we come back and then you're probably never talking to the guy and then
keep it pushing.
This is a fun question. So what is something, and I've asked this before on other episodes, what is something you would say in an argument with a friend or a partner that once you say that word, a fight is bound to happen? So in my case, I said, anytime I say, never mind, like it's fine, never mind. I'm bound to get in a fight, like with whoever I'm talking with, especially the lady.
Well, if I'm spilling my heart out, if I'm like articulating whatever it is that is bothering me or like I'm talking about, and you respond, okay, on site,
okay,
on site,
Okay.
Or in the text and it's just like K without the O.
Without the O is mad.
Like a can of full stop.
I don't know.
With a period, on site.
Yeah.
I'm seeing you.
I'm trying to see. I feel like that applies to me as well. That definitely applies to me. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm a girl, but when you start making me feel like, or insinuate that I'm blowing something out of proportion, don't do that. don't do that.
Yo.
That's crazy. That's wild. All right, let's play a quick game for wrap it up. But ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this, I don't know what time you're going to see this, but she might be done with the Toronto show, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be successful. But the Calgary show is coming up, Montreal. If you've seen this, go check her out. And it's going to be a vibe, man. It's crazy that's your first time here. I'm sure you're going to be back. I'm sure you're going to have a good time.
Yes.
Me and I am Mr. Ibou, we're going to show up and MC from the back. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to hype from the back. I don't know.
Got you.
We're not dancing. We're not moving, that's for sure. I had a funny question to ask. How do you guys teach white people how to dance?
First of all, we are great teachers.
Yeah.
Number one. But number two, we're not gonna lie, like, there are white people who actually know how to dance.
The ones that can't dance.
What I hate is the one that figure out the dance moves. Now he blew up more than the person that taught him how to dance.
I mean, unfortunately, that's the life that we live.
Yeah, like soon as they see a white person dance, they think like they seen a dinosaur. Like, this is fucking prehistoric or some shit.
Oh my god!
Like that shit pissed me off. Right? That was.
I don't know. I guess that happens because of vast majority of Africans. They get fascinated with the fact that somebody else from another country or culture or race is so invested in learning and moving like us and enjoying our music.
Right.
So I guess they get fascinated with that, and that's how they blow up. So I guess that kind of answers why that happens.
Cool.
But I don't know.
I mean, because for us, we're supposed to know how to dance.
Yeah, like it's not. Yeah. It doesn't shock them. It's like, oh, okay, yeah. But when somebody that you don't expect to be doing those moves are doing it and doing it fairly well, You're like,
white people just need to do 6
doing
out of 10, and that's
they're doing it okay.
That's what.
But like for us, exactly.
Fairly well.
For us, we have to be like extreme.
We have to be doing it on like MJ level type thing.
Yeah.
Then they're like, oh. But if we're just doing it like the basic ones, they're like,
MJ
oh yeah,
was
whatever.
still alive. MJ's best
Would be like
what?
intense.
You'd have been too old though. Like, how,
Don't matter.
But the thing is, like, he lived 2 lives.
Talk to me.
Black and white.
But he was still a great dancer regardless.
Yeah, but he was still busting the moves.
So would he be considered a white?
I mean,
I'm just being an asshole.
I fell for that.
We will only regard him with his DNA.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
We would, yeah.
That's what we know.
All right.
100%.
I got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Does success scare you? Like,
Absolutely.
are you scared to like?
I wouldn't say I'm scared to be successful. I'm just scared of being able to keep it and maintain it. Because I feel like it's not easy to be successful. It's not easy to blow up.
The fact.
But it's way harder to maintain it, to keep it. Like, it's so easy to fall off.
Because like, what's the next high? You get that
What's
high.
the next? And you have to keep topping whatever that thing is. Like, even like when you go viral, you have to be like, whoa. You don't have to, but like your brain, you're a human being. Your brain is going to be like, okay, what next?
You want that back.
You know what I'm saying? You want that back. And then even people will be expecting more from you because now anything that you do is that's below that is now mediocre.
Yeah.
So, but in knowing that, you still want that. What about you?
Yeah, for me, it used to scare me, definitely. Like what she said, like just being able to like consistently be there, that's not easy at all. So it's just like, yo, do I want that responsibility on myself? And I came to a realization, I mean, if it's gonna happen, whether you like it or not, and nobody is really gonna stay on top forever. So like nowadays, I'm so detached to like being on top forever, and I'm just like, yo, just let me do it because I want to do it because of the love of it. Yeah.
Not me, man. I want to be on top, man. Jesus Christ.
I mean, I want to be on
so hard. I work so hard.
I want to be on top as well.
Hold the nose.
That's the desire. But like for me, if it happens or not, I'm
you're
content.
good.
Yeah. No, I hear
The fact that I live what's in my heart.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
Yeah.
And then I feel like if you've made it to a certain point in life where you're like hitting certain goals and making it, I feel like if you don't, the fact that you could do it one time, you can do it again.
100%.
That's another thing that I feel. Even if it's not happening exactly when you want it or how you want it, it can always come back. There's even artists that we've seen that were big at some point and then they kind of like went away and then somehow got big again. And then some people, it doesn't work out for them. But if you can't do it once, I'm pretty sure you can do it again. So.
Yeah. It be the lies that you tell yourself. To be honest.
Right.
And most of the time, it's just like, it's not that serious.
And then another thing I've realized about success and blowing up and making it and all of that stuff, half the time when you're really intentionally trying to do something to blow up is when it doesn't blow up. Yeah. And then when you're just doing stuff for vibes, then it blows up. And it's like, a lot of things also is not necessary. Clearly, you have to put in work and everything, but sometimes it's not just your talent and your time and your hard work. It's also just faith in timing and purpose and just when God says it's your time. Because there's people that are not, there are people who are better than me in what I do, but they're not doing the things that I'm doing now.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just because it is my time to do certain things. And there are people that I feel like, okay, I should be doing that, but they're getting that shine right now, but that's their time. And it's totally fine. And I feel like you should never use another person's time to clock to tell your own time. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody has a time to like blow up and make it, and random things will make anybody big.
Literally random
things.
Literally.
Now I think about it because I've always wrestled with the idea what that means, and again, it's like the most successful people. It's never like it's always a climax up, and it's always a hard fall because you attach yourself to that consistency, and it's never you're almost never able to consistently blow up every single time.
Yeah.
So now it feels like you're the hamster on the wheel, just chasing that. So I will always love operating as an underdog. Like I'd rather surprise you rather than you like me coming out and attaching myself to like, even when you're coming to host you see people, they got people holding their backpack. Like it's kind of like, but now you've already kind of set yourself up. So now you got to live up to that. And we all know, like if you've been in anything creative, you can never sustain a number one position ever for more than what that moment allows you to be.
You're not the only one.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I agree with that.
So me, I'm like, yo, give me my. I'm joking. Maybe more.
I don't think you should put that out there.
No.
Real quick, I got like 10 more minutes, but real quick, you're a mom. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Smiling his white teeth. How is it just balancing all of that?
I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely a struggle.
Right.
It's definitely a struggle, but you realize that you have a new reality, and somebody else comes before you. Now, a whole human being.
Right.
I don't know who said they should give me a human being, but they give me a whole human being that now comes first. So now everything I have to do revolves around him. And if I'm planning a trip or planning anything, it's like, okay, where's Vision gonna go? Right. Is he coming with me? Is he staying with you? What are we doing? Right. I used to be that person that would get a call today and be like, we need you in New York, and I'm gone. Yeah. That can't happen anymore, which is fine. It's just a new reality that I have to mold myself around. But I love it because it challenges me and pushes me to still work on the things that I love and not letting motherhood take that away from me. Because from what we know from the past, you're taught that once you have a baby, your life is over, especially as a woman. So I'm really happy for the generation that I'm in and the people around me who continue to like push me and show me that being a mom shouldn't stop me from trying to reach my goals. It might make it slightly slower, which is fine, but it's not going to stop it. So yeah, balancing is a little difficult, but it's possible and it's happening. Yeah.
Happy for you.
Thank you.
Happy for you. Real quick, one sentence. If someone out there who's aspiring to be a dancer, just kind of like in the line that you guys are doing, what would be that advice you want to give them?
Train. A lot of training. You have to train. Like I said earlier, being a versatile dancer, being someone who's always learning is a big plus for you as a dancer. And clearly also in the age that we're in, you also have to put yourself out there. So utilize every opportunity that you have. Utilize your social media. If I come on your page and you tell me you're a dancer and I come on your page and I don't see at least 10 videos of you dancing, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So you have to put yourself out there. You have to dance. Even if you're getting one view, still put it there. Because technically right now, your social media is kind of like your resume. Yeah. As a performing artist, you know what I'm saying? So train a lot, take classes, study, never stop being a student, and definitely put yourself out there. Always put your work out there, let people see you, and be presentable. I feel like for some reason dancers just like to just be chill. You also got to post like nice, cute pictures too, because in order to get booked, they're going to look at you and your personality and how you dress and how you look.
Find a balance.
Find the balance. Yeah.
Percy, what about you?
In one sentence.
I definitely said more than one sentence.
Well, let you because you're fluent.
Mine would be, if you don't, who will?
And
that goes to everything. If you don't post that video, who will?
Yeah, true.
If you don't train, take that class, who will?
Who will? True.
It's your life.
Gotcha.
Your decision.
Gotcha. All right, let's wrap this nice conversation with a game. We're going to play again with categories. So basically, you're going to say categories, and then you're going to say what category you want us to say, and then start off. So it could be names of boys, and then you start, and then we kind of go around. Whoever chokes is eliminated.
Okay.
So you're gonna start, madam.
So wait, we're picking a category.
Yeah, you pick any category you want.
And then
So
you got to
it could
say
be a
the
name of
name.
something, and then you're gonna give us an example so we know to follow. Right.
Okay.
Damn. All right.
So I'm starting. If I start, how are we doing it?
We're doing this way.
I start. Okay.
Yeah.
Pressure.
It's funny because this one I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
I feel like
gotta win. You get talked. You get paid to talk.
okay. Category. Names of category. Names of dance moves. Network.
Kukuri.
So you're out?
Yeah, that's the worst fucking. Yeah,
He's out.
I'm out.
Okay.
Leg walk.
He's out.
No, then
You start.
you
You
restart.
Oh, I
start.
start.
You
Oh,
start.
okay.
So you give it
Category. Names of snacks. Takis.
See, this one I would have won.
Literally.
Oreo.
The candy, trying to say the candy. I said rip people.
Plantain. You lost.
I lost.
Chips.
All
My
right.
brain.
So it's my turn. So it's between you and I. Jesus. Categories. Names of car brands: Nissan,
Honda.
Toyota,
Audi.
Lamborghini,
Benz.
Ferrari,
McLaren.
Kia.
Toyota. We said Toyota already.
Man, ladies
It
and
was
gentlemen.
because it was a show.
No, I want because I talk for a living. You guys dance. No, but this has been a good
That's hard.
conversation.
I like that.
You want to next time you come around?
I honestly thought you were gonna get just this one. I
You know
gave
what?
it to you.
I literally was going to say it, and then for some reason, because I looked at this word, it threw me off.
No, but it's been a pleasure having you.
I love being here. Please bring me back.
For sure. Thank you very much. Same thing, Percy. Appreciate you.
Likewise. Thank
Mr.
you as
Ibou,
well.
it's been a blast. Thank you for coming through and
Always a pleasure.
helping out and everything. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Backyard Bands Comedy Podcast. We're going to sign out in every fashion. So I'm going to sign out first. Everybody's going to give out any kind of sign out they want. But it's been a blast having you guys. I go by the name Mr. Dre. You're humble and always be your gracious host. Thank you for listening. Mr. Ibou, please sign up for us.
Yours truly, Ibou, Mr. Activated, and you've officially been activated.
That's what's up. Percy, please sign up for
Boy,
us.
Plantain Percy. And if you don't eat plantain, what are you doing in life?
Sarah,
I'm
please
supposed to top that.
sign up for us, please.
Raw Nation, Sayrah Chips here. Keep dancing, keep moving, spread the love.
That's what's up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. We out.
Backyard Bands. It's that good shit.